Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says government uses CBI funds responsibly, over $1.2 million for road rehabilitation in Grand Fork constituency, and government notes $18 million investment in the Salisbury constituency. Thank you for joining us on National Focus. I am Prisca Julien.
And I'm Lourianne Carter. Stay with us for the details of these and other stories after this.
Child abuse is unacceptable. Child abuse is not cultural, it is criminal. And one child abuse is one too many.
For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
Welcome back. The Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit has reported that government has been using the proceeds of the Citizenship by Investment program responsibly. Addressing the town hall meeting in Lago on Sunday, the nation's leader outlined some of the projects financed under the Citizenship by Investment program. He says these funds are used to reduce the rate of poverty in Dominica.
By investing in our social infrastructure, investing in housing to make housing and sanitation accessible to the poor in our country. Because we recognize that if somebody is poor, if somebody is indigent, there is no bank or credit union will give that person money to build a home, even if that person wants to build a home. Because anyway, he doesn't have the monies to do it. And therefore, it is important for the government to step in to assist these people with improving their housing condition and sanitation. Because these things are major contributors to the poverty levels in any country. Access to housing and access to appropriate sanitation.
Honorable Skerrit stated that monies made available to the aid bank also comes from proceeds from the Citizenship by Investment program.
We've also been putting monies at the aid bank, for example, to lend to the private sector, so that when we lend to the private sector, we expect them to sustain their businesses, to expand their businesses, and thereby creating more jobs in our country and allowing for more of our people to gain employment. But critically too, when we lend monies to the aid bank, they have to repay us. So down the road, when they start repayment to the government, we'll have this source of monies at our disposal as the years go by. So we have given the aid bank so far about $25 million from the Citizenship by Investment program. We expect down the road to get it back, so that succeeding generations can benefit from the CBI many years after the CBI would have left us in our country.
The Government Housing Loan Board is also a recipient of funds from the program. The Government Housing Loan Board was established in the 1980s to ensure that public officers had a means whereby they could obtain loans for building homes.
The same thing with the Government Housing Loan Board. We grant them $7 billion to lend to public servants at 4% interest rates to build their homes. The Government Housing Loan Board has started to repay us. And that is some of the monies we're using now to invest in the washroom program also, added to the CBI funds. And the NDFD owes us money. Very soon they will start repaying us. And these monies will go into special accounts at the National Bank so that government can have access to it, so that we can continue to improve on infrastructure of our country. So we are no fools in this government. We have been managing the affairs of this country in a very prudent manner.
Over $1.2 million has been approved for road rehabilitation in the Grand Fork constituency. Speaking at a town hall meeting in Montjean on Monday, Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Grand Fork constituency, Ivor Stevenson, revealed that road edge failure in the area of Fort Morgan will be addressed thanks to the government of Dominica.
We saw the rehabilitation of the Montjean Primary School, and since I have the program here, I can tell you I have seen rehabilitation works on the Montjean School 3 times, on 3 different occasions. Each time we see works being undertaken for various persons. for various purposes. And up to January, we know that there was much renovation done, especially to ensure that that school became bad-proof because of the issues of bad infestation and other pests that they were experiencing. But this afternoon, I went to the school, and I can tell you that the teachers, the school children, are much comfortable because they're no longer experiencing the difficulties that they had just over 5-6 months just prior to January 2017.
He stated that over $140,000 has been approved for further road improvements in Monjon.
The government has approved an amount of $404,000 for the continued development of our road infrastructure in this constituency. $404,000. I didn't say $400, I said $404,000. And all of that $404,000, $67,000 will go towards the continued rehabilitation of that back road, taking us from Mr. Eber's place back into Carroll's area, and if we go up, taking us to Norman's Lane, we're going to see that improvement of this accessory in the community done by this month 2017. In grand form, as I said in the grand form, we will see the rehabilitation of a written wall next to the health center. That wall, we saw edge failure years back, and it poses some danger to the community. An amount of $97,000 has been approved for this road, and we will see continued development and improvement of that section of road.
He highlighted the work done on roads in the community thus far.
And since I have been here as a power, I have ensured that water is brought to the homes of the people of this community. And everybody here can no longer complain of shortage of water, except if, God forbid, we have the same period of drought or bad weather conditions where the system is interrupted. And this in itself, like I tell people, is a very important goal when you look at the overall goals of a country's development. When we know that we can provide portable pipe of water to our community. We're talking about health, the absence of disease. It means that people no longer can access water systems that they're not too sure about, which can get them sick. And everybody who collects the water from the tap, they're happy, they're comfortable because they know that they're drinking water that is safe. And that is one of the important things that I have done as a power in this constituency, is to ensure that the youth people have access to potable water.
Since taking up a new term in office in 2014, the Dominica Labour Party administration has spent over $18 million on developments in the Salisbury constituency. That figure was revealed by caretaker for the Salisbury constituency, Nichols Esprit, at a town hall meeting in Montrachet. Esprit emphasized that the Labour Party administration has performed exceedingly for his constituency.
I must report to you that all the programs that I spoke of and all the interventions that the Dominica Labour Party and Roosevelt Skerrit and myself has done for you, the people of the Salisbury constituency, which comprise Cooley-Bistri, Salisbury and Montrachet, the total came to $18 million. Labour Katwavai in the Salisbury constituency. So we as Labourites in the Salisbury constituency can walk with our head high, because we have performed exceedingly in this constituency.
Esprit highlighted some of the upcoming road rehabilitation projects contributing to the sum spent and already disbursed for the constituency.
As we speak, we have some work being done on the Montrachet feeder roads. We're trying to clear up the drains and restore some of the drainage. We have an heavy equipment there employed doing some work there. The monies came from the Ministry of Constituency Empowerment. Let me say to the people of Kahome and Petit Makushui, monies have been approved for some work to be done on your river crossing as well. And farmers who use the Mero Cuba Road section. 9 contracts have been awarded for a total of $2 million.
Other projects ongoing and upcoming for the constituency include social programs such as the Yes We Care program, the non-contributory social allowance for persons 70 years and over, medical assistance, and an upcoming comprehensive housing project. Government had also spent a significant amount to rehabilitate Salisbury from damage caused by Tropical Storm Erica. Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Cottage constituency, Reginald Austri, also addressing that town hall meeting, complimented the caretaker of the constituency for his hard work and dedication in representing the constituents. He noted that one does not have to be an elected parliamentary representative to assist in the development of the community.
I really have to compliment Shanks for the excellent job that he's doing in representing the people of the Salisbury constituency. Because Shanks is not a member of cabinet. Shanks is not a member of parliament. Yet still, Shanks can tell you through his intervention, this constituency has received over $18 million, more than my constituency. More than my constituency. I have been PAL rep for the Cottage constituency for more than 20 years. And in no 1 year or 2 years I can talk about $18 million being spent in my constituency. And here it is, we're spending $18 million in a constituency.
In his presentation at the town hall meeting, the caretaker reiterated that the Labour Party administration is non-partisan when it comes to taking care of the needs of Dominicans. You're watching National Focus. More when we return. Welcome back. A consultant has been engaged by the Agricultural Industrial Development Bank, Aid Bank, to train farmers who have applied for loans from government's $10 million loan facility. GIS's Lourianne Graham Carter has more.
Joining us on this week's discussion is Mr. Kennedy Paul, who is an agronomist with Caribbean Chemicals and Agencies Limited based in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, an interesting fact is Mr. Paul is a native of Dominica from the community of Maho, who attended the Dominica Community High School and the Dominica State College. And he's here to train farmers who have accessed the 3% loan facility of $10 million from government. Mr. Paul, tell us what will be covered during these 2 days of training.
Well, basically what Caribbean Chemicals, along with the Aid Bank, is trying to do is basically trying to show the farmers how to make money. We have specific crops, we have target crops, we have yams, we have plantain, peppers, passion fruit, among other crops. But we basically want to show them how to make money. Little techniques like how to decrease your production cost per unit. Right? And basically what I want to do is guide the farmers as to the practices they need to adhere to. I want to show them little techniques as to how to increase production. Okay? Ultimately, the goal of this exercise that I'm doing with the Aid Bank is to basically go above and beyond for the farmers who have access this particular loan facility.
Okay. We know the Aid Bank is trying something new with the farmers where they're not just providing loans, but they're also giving them a package where they're allowing them to get some support, additional support as with this training. Tell us where these training sessions will be taking place.
Well, we have the training sessions happening in the Northeast, and I think it's Castlebrus, and in Marigot, I think Melvin Hall or something like that.
Melvin Hall Agricultural Station.
Yeah.
Okay, so these will be on Wednesday at 10 a.m. and Thursday at 3 p.m. at the Castlebrus Agricultural Station and the Melvin Hall Agricultural Station. So, how many farmers are you expecting?
Well, if I get 1 million, I would be satisfied with that. But seriously, I'm not really looking at the amount of farmers who attend. I just want receptive farmers, the farmers who are willing to go the extra step, put hard work, because what is happening now, which I find this is a really excellent initiative, but what happening now is that the farmers will be taking a loan. So the stakes are a lot higher. They're not you just planting and you're praying for it to come. The stakes are higher. And in business, what you need is consistency. Okay, so I really want to show the farmers how to be consistent. The long-term goal, which I have along with the Agricultural Development Officer at the Aid Bank, Miss Bethel, who happens to be my high school teacher as well. Okay, is basically to just the farmers who have accessed this loan, to provide them with long-term technical support. Most of the farmers in Dominica maybe have my number already, but along with the Aid Bank, we intend to give the farmers technical support. You see, you have a question, you go to Miss Bethel. She could call me, or you could call me directly. I'll be more than happy to guide you.
Okay, great. So just a reminder, government provided a 3% loan facility of $10 million to farmers with a 6-month grace period, if I recall correctly. So thank you very much, Mr. Paul, for speaking with us today.
And thank you, Ms. Carter.
On Tuesday, 2 officials from the Ministry of Housing in St. Kitts got a first-hand view of the construction and finished petrocasas built in Dominica. The Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela donated 50 petrocasas to the government of St. Kitts. This one-day mission was to get a first-hand view of the construction of these houses and the finished product. To start off the day, the officials from St. Kitts met with officials from the Ministry of Housing and were given a synopsis of the process in which these houses are constructed. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Housing, Lucien Blackmore, says the government continues to build back better for citizens.
One of the new vision the Prime Minister established going forward is that we were going to take the challenge and the constraints of Erica, turn the situation around and ensure we rebuild stronger and better. So for instance, where we had the housing situation in Dubic, where there would have been some bit of overcrowding, and we took the opportunity to improve the residential comfort and occupational level for the people. So whereas coming from Erica, we had about 37 houses or homes displaced, we reconstructed 50. And that was, if a person was in a one-bedroom house with maybe 2 or 3 kids or something, you would ensure that they have at least a 3-bedroom accommodation. So all the buildings, and Mr. Lloyd and the other members of the team will show you, Sir Jules and others, the new concept that we had in terms of the petrocasa houses, the 3-bedroom units, roughly about 596 square foot thereabout, taking into consideration the open space of the porch, of course. So we have been able to keep to the promise of rebuilding better and stronger.
Chairman of the St. Kitts Development Control and Planning Board, Calvin Pemberton, commented it is a progressive initiative by Dominica's government to make housing available for citizens.
I would like though to add, based on the adversities that you would have experienced with the passing of Tropical Storm Erica and the resilience, it appears that you would have garnered to mitigate and to provide for shelter for your population is a laudable endeavor and effort. And I hope I'm not going on treacherous ground, but I think that the people of Dominica ought to be grateful and pleased and satisfied with the response from the Ministry of Housing and I guess by extension the government of Dominica.
The officials were also afforded the opportunity to visit Center in Grand Bay, the area where 50 petrocasas were built to house the displaced families from Dubic who were affected by Tropical Storm Erica. They met on site with the contractor who was responsible for the construction of these homes, Chris Walter, who detailed the construction process. Following the visit to Grand Bay was a visit to the community of Dubic. The final stop was at the resettlement site for the Petit Savant community in Bellevue-Chopin. And that's the English segment of the news. Shaakira Pierre is next with Creole highlights.
Bienvenue à ce nouvel accueil. Non, moi c'est Shaakira Pierre. Gouvernement Dominica a fait commitment pour bâtir maison pour résidents Lago, Guatas qui bien besoin maison. Parole ça la sortie du Premier ministre Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit pendant un town hall meeting en Lago dimanche. Si le PM Skerrit, c'est maison là qui est bâtie en Cotton Hill qui par constituency cottage. Premier ministre dit $0.5 million approuve pour bâtir chimela en Cotton Hill. 70 locations apprenti pour allocation en Cotton Hill. Si le Honorable Skerrit, c'est location ça là qui est available mois prochain. Il y a l'autre projet qui a sous 4, c'est Chimay Grange et puis PSS. À d'autres nouvelles, ministre Commerce qui conduit programme Twenma pour mon petit entreprise avancée business yo. Twenma pour mon petit business, point place à constituency Pébouche semaine passée. Esther Thomas, the Permanent Secretary at Ministre Commerce.
Après Ministre Commerce et puis Small Business Development, nous avons embarqué dans un numéro training pour les gens qui nous avons l'argent pour aider yo pour faire business yo meilleur et pour aider les gens qui commencent à faire business. Nous pensons qu'il y a un programme pour faire ça, nous baillons tout support qui nécessité pour faire vivre là les vivre. So nous commençons à donner training, nous avons servi des gens, madame Labade, avec monsieur McMara Joseph, c'est des gens qui ont aidé nous conduit training là. Nous commençons semaine passée en mai, là nous portons mon Paybouche, en mai Benz en soldat, nous portons en place pour bailler information qui est très important pour yo pousser business yo plus loin qu'il a eu et nous porter mon hod Calibichi mercredi et jeudi avait été très nous tenions autant moun là c'est moun ça la vini avait yo tapé information qui était très important pour yo comment pour manager business yo comment pour yo chain live l'argent yo séparer hod l'argent yo ka servir pour quoi yo so les yo besoin l'argent yo ni l'argent avait pas chaque temps ni pour venir chercher l'argent au gouvernement.
Ministre Éducation a chaîne activité numérique à l'école primaire et puis secondaire tout un pays là semaine ça là. Numeracy Week, c'est un programme qui est organisé par le ministre de l'Éducation tous les 2 l'année. Il y a l'autre programme Math Power qui le ministre a conduit en l'année 2018. Ça fait avancement en numeracy, c'est par plan national ministre de l'Éducation qui est expecté pour avancer l'habilité étudiants à faire meilleur en sujet là. Étudiants sont expectés pour participer à l'activité numeracy pendant le programme là. Programme là qui est culminé à sur le 7 avril et puis une grande exhibition à location PSU et puis projet étudiant location West pays là. Public là ça voit ces projets là hors midi jour ça là. Et puis finalement gouvernement Dominique en collaboration et puis CDB a awardé un contrat pour travail commencer à sur un gros miwai à Dibla. Compagnie CCL a contrat pour projet là. Permanent Secretary Minister Social Services Helen Royer, CA sous compte gouvernement.
Après-midi, la santé, nous décassé un agreement entre gouvernement Dominique et puis Caribbean Concrete Limited. Ça, c'est pour un projet pour défense, un poteau défense pour la rivière du Blanc. Et puis, ça, c'est un projet nous longtemps. On un programme BNTF, ça c'est Basic Needs Trust Fund. Et puis ça c'est un programme qui presque tout le temps nous ce projet ça là ça c'est Caribbean Development Bank qui a le gouvernement support. Pendant avant Tropical Storm Erika, nous tenions parti d'autres projets nous devons faire, mais because nous tenions dommages la vie, nous tenions différents problèmes de santé, le gouvernement tenions pour changer priority et puis wall ça c'est un ces projets là priority pour gouvernement là. So on dit ça nous voici commencement programme projet ça là ça qui a commencé, c'est un projet qui supposé over $5,100 et puis il suppose 500,000 et puis il supposé que c'est pour 6 semaines et puis nous bien contents qu'après-midi là nous ça ministère la launch implémentation projet ça là et puis nous aussi suivre agreement là.
Ça c'est tout pour Nouvelle à Creole. Non, moi c'est Shaakira Pierre. Au revoir.
Coming up next, your tip of the day on how to disagree amicably.
Disagreements are inevitable. You won't always agree with the viewpoints of those around you, and that's okay. Here are a few tips on how to disagree respectfully. Focus on facts. A strong argument is one that uses facts over opinion, but that can be difficult to remember when you're in the middle of a disagreement. However, do not forget to place your emphasis on the reasoning and information supporting your disagreement. Not only will that make you much more convincing, but it will also make it clear that this isn't personal.
Know when to move on, and that cliche catchphrase, agree to disagree. It's often repeated for a reason. It can be a handy sentiment to lean on when you need it. Perhaps one of the most important pieces of respectfully disagreeing with someone is knowing when you need to just call it quits and move on. And also, speaking of getting personal, it's something you want to avoid at all costs when disagreeing with someone, particularly in a professional setting. Remember, your goal is to effectively present your ideas, not just to poke holes in the other person's. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm.
Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter @GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel.
Live streaming is also available on our YouTube channel 24 hours a day. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Lourianne Carter.
And I am Prisca Julien. Thanks for watching and join us again next time on National Focus.